Sup guys, XtremezEdge here, aka Gaming Review Punk. Today I'm going to review WWE 2K15 for the PS4. So this game was developed by Visual Concepts and Ukes. Then it was published by 2K Sports. Yeah, that's the basic information, and I don't really need to say anything else for it, except that WWE 2K15 is on the new gen console like the PS4 and Xbox One. But of course, it's on PS3 and Xbox 360 as well. So there you have it. Now, before we get into the review, I just want to say that I know the official WWE 2K15 cover has John Cena on it, which I don't really like, but it's too late now. I do wish we could have had an alternative cover where you flip the cover over, like with 2K14 with The Rock and Daniel Bryan. If they had that, I would change the cover in a heartbeat. But yes, I know, I'm gonna play the game, not look at the cover, but still, would be nice to have an alternative one, so let's just go ahead and talk about it. Alright, so the main menu. Of course we see John Cena there because he has to be the poster boy of everything, doesn't he? But the layout of the main menu does look pretty good. We'll talk about the other modes pretty soon in this review. Let's check out what match types we have in there, and all that good stuff. Okay, so we have one-on-one, triple threat, 4-man, 6-man, Royal Rumble, tournaments, and title match. Sounds good, but I will say that not all the rest of those different match types are in one of those categories. Like, we don't have Tornado TLC Tag Match, Inferno Match, Handicap, Mixed Tag Team, Ladder, First Blood, Backstage, Special Referee, and all those other match types we used to have in one of those categories in the play menu with this game. That's very disappointing, but I clearly understand that it's on the new gen and I have to let that one slide. So the character selection screen. There are 64 characters plus divas along with your created wrestler. I thought the number of divas in the game was disappointing, so nothing new there. Was hoping they had more divas, even the ones from NXT. Well, like Corey Ledesma would say, maybe next year. Plus, what is up with these empty looking slots? I know it's pointless, but I did got tricked to thinking there were more characters on the new gen, but it's not. Like, what's the point of doing that? So I did record the first match that I ever played in this game. I picked Dean Ambrose to take on RVD on SmackDown. First impressions, the graphics are amazing. No doubt, it looks great on the new gen console, and yes, I know what the graphics look like on PS3 and Xbox 360 as well. They look like they downgraded the game for PS3 and Xbox 360 users, and I do feel bad for them as well. Also, I love how the crowd looks as well. They look awesome and not look like zombies or move like one in the past WWE games. Now to the gameplay. First thing I did was throw punches at RVD, and I came along with this thing. It's the chain wrestling collar elbow and tie-up system. Now from here you can push either triangle, square, or circle, and you'll see that little picture there of what happens when you push one of those buttons. Like if you want to go for a side headlock, wrist lock, or a waist lock, it's like a mini game of rock, paper, and scissors, pretty much where one button beats the other one. If you successfully get it, then you'll win the collar elbow and tie up, and if you don't win it, you can still try to get back in control by doing this. Below you'll see the Superstars health bar. You'll see the names, the color of your health, the percentage that tells you how much you have left to fill up for a signature or finishing move. Also below the color of your health, you'll see the stamina bar. I will say the stamina with this game, they actually got it right. It's perfect. Unlike WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 for example, when you do a move, the stamina bar, it drains pretty quickly and you'll have to stay in one spot while holding down a button just to refill the stamina bar back up, and it was very annoying as hell. But in 2K15, you will have to stand still or just relax, so the stamina bar, it will refill back up by itself, and it doesn't really take that long either. Plus doing a move doesn't really drain much of it either, but it's just right, it's perfect, like I said. Also, if you're low on stamina or your wrestler is hurt, like take HBK for example. When he's about to do the sweet chin music, you can see how tired he looks, and when he hits it, he'll collapse down on the mat, and that allows you to crawl and go for a pin, which does make the match look really realistic. Little details and stuff like that in the game is what I like. You know, instead of wake up taunts this year, they decided to put charged finishers. Well, alright, I thought the wake up taunts was just fine, but sometimes charged finishers, I guess, can mess things up too. It didn't happen to me, but it did happen to a guy. You probably know him. His name is Wrestling Union. Like he told me, when he played the WWE Showcase mode, which we'll talk about in a minute, Wrestling Union told me when he tried to do the People's Elbow when he played The Rock vs. CM Punk at the Royal Rumble 2013, instead of doing the People's Elbow finisher, he does the charged finisher and straight to the rock bottom instead. I can understand his frustration. So, yeah, I won my first match as Dean Ambrose when I hit the Dirty D's on RVD, and that was pretty awesome. Also, finally, thank goodness the announce table hood, when you remove them, it doesn't disappear anymore, except when you pick another weapon from under the ring, like an Extreme Rules match, for example, it will disappear. Like, what the hell, man? I know that's a minor issue that needs to be fixed, but it's too bad you can't pick up the monitors and use it as a weapon, but you can try to slam your opponent on the monitors and it'll actually work. I thought the dynamic physics like the TLC and ring physics are pretty good. Like, if they look like they'll collide with something, they will collide with it. Even if I botch a move, it is funny as well. Like that one time I tried to do a moonsault from the apron to Big E, but I messed up and hit my face on the apron.
Oh no! He might have lost some teeth there. You hear how his leg connected? Into the spinebuster.
Yeah. Now moving on to the WWE Showcase mode. Oh boy, this mode. Well, you'll be reliving matches and feud that has happened in the WWE before, like the CM Punk vs. John Cena match to begin with, or Shawn Michaels vs. Triple H. So you'll play one of those showcase stories, one called Hustle, Loyalty, and Disrespect, or Best Friends, Better Enemies. Now, I played the showcase mode, and I can play it all of it on Legend. I thought the objectives in this mode are annoying as hell. Like seriously, throughout some matches, I get annoyed with the match itself too in this game. Trust me, when me and Wrestling Union were talking on Skype, we were both shouting and getting mad as hell with the showcase mode. I'm serious, he'll tell you the same thing. Like in one match, like the 6-man tag, at one moment, you'll need to tag in Triple H, and then you'll have to defeat Kevin Nash by pinfall with Triple H. This gets frustrating because sometimes the other teammates like Booker T or Shawn Michaels don't tag in Kevin Nash, and I remember I was shouting at the TV like, come on, just tag him already. Oh my god, this is going to take forever. And it did. I remember it took me almost an hour. Yeah, an hour full of shouting. You can ask Wrestling Union. He heard me shout it at the game with that part. Also, another reason why I find the objectives in this mode annoying as hell, well, take this for an example as well. In the last match of Best Friends, Better Enemies, you're Triple H going against Shawn Michaels at Bad Blood 2004 inside Hell in a Cell. The objectives sometimes pisses me off because they're not specific enough, plus at one point, in order to move on to a cutscene, I was supposed to get super kicked by Shawn Michaels. Well, they could have told me that. I didn't know. You know, they could have said, let Shawn Michaels hit you with the sweet chin music. And then, I won the match like, what, 2 or 3 times and still didn't unlock everything because I didn't know what the objective was, or not knowing I was supposed to get hit by the sweet chin music. And that made me very angry. They should have said something. You know, overall, the WWE Showcase is cool to relive and play the matches that has happened before, but the objectives and all that just annoyed me, and it was hard for me to enjoy that mode at the same time. They do include the casket match and 3 stages of hell match in the WWE Showcase mode, but not on the exhibition mode or play menu. That is very disappointing.
Not where you want to be. Uh-oh, we might want to move.
Now, the WWE My Career mode. So you can either create a superstar for this mode or use the one you have already. But for me, I copy and paste another one just in case because I know all my movesets and overall will be set by default. Anyways, after you got your created wrestler, you'll be in the WWE Performance Center and Bill DeMott is in the ring giving a speech about what's going to happen in the tryouts and all that. I thought he looks pretty good as well. So you go through your tryout match, and then when the other guy doesn't let go of the Boston Crab, Bill has to get in there and break it up between you and that other wrestler. After that, you'll receive a WWE contract, and you'll go through some more tryout matches in the Performance Center. But Bill DeMott is such an asshole in this game. Like, seriously. Even though when I'm doing just fine, he'll still yell at me like I'm doing something wrong. So yeah, you'll start from the Performance Center, work your way up to NXT until you go to shows like Main Event, Superstars, then finally you'll go to SmackDown, then to Monday Night Raw. I will say that the WWE My Career mode can be fun for a while, but most of the time I honestly get tired of the one-on-one matches. Like when I see a cutscene or a new storyline, I feel like it's a breath of fresh air. Overall, the WWE My Career mode is not bad. It just gets repetitive with the singles matches. Would be great if there were other matches I can participate in instead of just an ordinary singles match. Just saying. Okay then, we have the familiar WWE Universe mode. What do I have to say about it? Well, you can still edit the roster, set up your own shows, matches, and all that good stuff. I still enjoy this mode and I have been playing it a lot. You can still set up your rivalries, like which superstar or team would feud with. You can edit who will be champion in your game in and outside of Universe mode. Pretty much, you just play through shows and fight at pay-per-views and that's all there is to it. Oh yeah, I will of course talk about the Create a Wrestler mode. Well, you can create whoever you want in this game or make your guy look like whoever you want him to be. But I will say that the Create a Wrestler is limited this year. There's not a whole lot of clothing, hairstyle, face paint, and all that good stuff like we used to have. And yes, once again, I understand this is on the new gen, and hopefully in the next game, they'll bring back all the stuff we used to have, and they better not have an excuse of why they can't put all the stuff back when the next game comes out. Plus, you know what sucks about this mode? You can't create divas, and it's like, what the hell, man? I don't really create the divas, but come on, there's some female fans out there that would want to play this game and want to create themselves, but they can't do it, and I feel bad for them. Also, I did find it cool that you can edit the superstars or divas, but bad news is, it takes up a created slot, and want to know something else? If you think there's 50 slots or 100 slots in the PS4/Xbox One version,
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Bad news. Bad news.
yeah, there's actually 25 slots, I know. It sucks, doesn't it? But I guess it's understandable since it's on a new console, but hopefully next year we can get at least 50 if 100 doesn't work. Speaking of the create mode, there's no create an arena, create a finisher, create a logo, none of that. Yeah, I know. I hate it too. Let's hope and pray they bring everything back in the next game, because there should be no excuse if they don't do it. Of course, you can put the edit superstars with their edit attire as an alternative one in the select screen, or make them into a separate created wrestler. It's your choice. I do like some of the new OMG moments in this game, like the suicide dive,
That's it. He's done.
Roman Reigns dropkick from the apron,
It hurts just watching it again.
RVD's spinning leg drop from the apron to the barricade, and all the other cool ones as well.
What's the next move for Kane to turn things around quickly to remain in this thing?
Well, listen. When your strikes are as dangerous as his, you need to make him a factor. Right now, he hasn't.
It hurts just watching it again.
Oh yeah, how could I forget? The triple power bomb is the new OMG moment in this game as well.
Look at that! What a move! Look out! That's it. He's done. We got a cover. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns picks up a strong victory.
For WWE 2K15, the graphics and gameplay, it's great. But despite the fact that there are no preset entrances, less clothing, and no custom music for your created wrestler this year, there's still a chance we could get all those good stuff back by next year and improve on some more stuff as well. And also, for the love of God, please improve on the commentary. They said they improved on the commentary, but what I think they actually meant was they added and recorded lines for the commentary in Showcase mode. Sure, there were a few new lines and mostly old ones from the announcers that we heard of before in the past. Overall, the game is great, I had fun playing it, and I say the graphics and controls don't need to be changed. It's fine. All they need to do is fix some minor glitches or issues like Justin Roberts announcing everybody that they're representing the Acolytes. Yeah, almost everybody. And bring back the old features and good stuff that they had in the past game, and everything would be all set and I'll be happy. So, since this is the first WWE game on the PS4, you have to give the game developer some slack, and I'm willing to give them a break since it's only the first. So, I'm going to give this game an 8 out of 10. Well, that's it from me. If you enjoyed this review, please give this video a thumbs up, comment right down below, and click the subscribe button so you can stay tuned for more content and reviews from me. Follow me on Twitter and AskFM, link is in the description. Now we're done here. Well, see you guys next time, and peace out. And remember, let the Wookiee win.